Hello, awesome people. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Solomon and thank you very much for clicking. In today's video, we are looking at this amazing t-shirt design in Photoshop for funeral. Okay, so if you can see this one, you see how this amazing is on t-shirt. Okay, so we are going to look at the process I went through to design this one. But the purpose of this video is to show you how you can heat press t-shirt in real life. Okay, and this image was printed as a DTF printing. DTF printing is a digital to film printing. Although I don't have the machine, but I let someone printed it for me. So if you are out there and you can get me a DTF printing machine, I'll be grateful and thankful to you. So without wasting much time, please, you can also get this particular PSD file so you can also use it in your designs so you can win more clients, okay, and get more jobs. Okay, so you can get this one on a digital store you can see on your screen, or you can search our template on Google to have access to our digital store and get anything that you want. Okay, so to start with, Ctrl+N to open a new document, and you can see that this is a simple design over here. So you are just going to use the ellipse tool. Okay, so when you come all over here, when you click and hold, you are going to see the ellipse tool. Okay, so I'll click on it and then I'm going to make a shape. All right, and also to first of all, to make sure it is at the center, I'll go to move to first. So I'll click on here and then I'll go to select, then I'll select all over top here, and then I'll click on this to align this one to the center. Please note that if you are not on the move to over here, you'll not be able to align this one to the center. When you're done, go to select again and deselect the selection. All right, so from here I'm going to apply a gradient on this one. So I'll go to FX over here and then gradient. Okay, so if you have been following me, you know I always use gradient in my design. So I'll select this gradient over here, and this is the color code. This is all white. Okay, so and this is the second gradient that I'm using, and this is the color code. Okay, so here's the color code. I'll click on OK. You can click on this small guy here to save it and use it later. Then from here I'll click on this. I will check on this reverse to reverse it and click on OK. All right, so you can see that we have the inner. So what we are going to do next is to bring in our image. So I'll go to my source files. Please, I beg you to look for your own image, okay, and use it. So I'm going to scale this image down. Then from here I'll right click and I can create a clipping mask. Okay, but if I create a clipping mask, the image is not going to show. So let's create a clipping mask, and you can see the image is gone forever. It's because of the gradient overlay that we have here. So what we can do is that we can either release the clipping mask, okay, because we are not even going to clip this image at all. But what we can do here is that we can copy this layer again, and I'm going to make it big. All right, and I'll move it all the way up, and I'm going to click and delete the effect. Okay, so when you click and drag the effect to the bin, it is going to be deleted. All right, so from here I'll go to my shape tool. Okay, select that, and you are going to have access to this guy. So I'm going to increase the stroke, okay, to have a very large stroke like we had in the first design. Okay, so something big like this is okay. So let me type in maybe 290. All right, so from here we don't want the inner fill, so I will click on this and uncheck the inner fill. Okay, so from here I can select all of them again and align this one to the center. So let's close the size a bit of this, and then we can position the image as well. So this is the reason why we don't even need to make the clipping marks. Okay, but if we had to make the clipping marks, what I'll be doing is that I'll convert this one to a smart object. Okay, so when I convert this one to a smart object and create a clipping mark, it's going to be clipped for me. All right, so let me undo because I don't need that for now. Okay, so I can position the image like how I want it. Then from here I will select this new stroke layer that we have over here. All right, and then I'll go back to my shapes tool again, and I'm going to apply a gradient instead of a solid color. So here is the gradient that I'm going to apply. So I'll select that. Okay, let me go all the way down. So this is the gradient. I'll select that, and it is selected. Let me open the color code for you guys to see. So this is the first one, and this is the deep orange color code. All right, so from here I'll click on the move tool. So let's see what we have done. So this is before, and this is what we are trying to do. So let me go back to my shapes tool again and reduce this one because I feel like it is too big. So let me make it a bit tiny, maybe 230, and then let me increase this one a bit. All right, then from here I'm going to make a duplicate of this one again. So you can click and drag this one to the plus sign here to make a duplicate, and then move this guy all the way down, and I'll go back to my shapes. I don't need any stroke. Okay, and also I don't need any fill, but I'll select my text tool over here, and then I'm going to type in a text here so I can quickly type my text. So when you're done and you hold on the control key, you can move this one inside or outside, and you can also move it around if you like to do so. So I'll move it to a place like this, and then I'll click on OK, Control T for free transform, and let's increase this guy a bit. All right, so from here I'll change the font type to the font that I used earlier. Okay, so let's increase the size of the font, and also let's reduce the circle. All right, so from here I'm going to make a duplicate of this one again. Okay, then I'll select my text tool, and I'm going to write on this one, so the age. So from here I'm going to also change the font type, reduce the font size as well. All right, so when you take your time, this is how it's going to be like. I'll change the color of this one to white so it can pop. So I'm going to take the same process to write this text as well. So what I'm going to do is that I can make a duplicate of this one and then stretch it a bit. Then with the help of the text tool, you can type the name here as well. When you're done, you can change the font color so you can see, and also you can change the font type as well. All right, so guys, from here I'll increase the size of the font to make it a bit bigger. So then if you take the same process to add this guy over here, this is how it's going to look like. Okay, so let's end this video here so we can also focus on the other things that matter. So the last thing that we are supposed to do here is to add a gradient on this one, give it a bit of stroke and drop shadow. Okay, so let's add a gradient. This is the gradient. Let's flip it, add a drop shadow, and then also add a stroke up here, and then you are good to go. All right, so if you take the time to add this one, you are going to get something like this in the future or at the end of your work. All right, so enjoy the rest of the video where we hit press this in real time. If you have any contract for us, you can contact us with the numbers you can see on your screen or in the description below, or you can email us, and we are going to reply to you for further enquiries, and we are going to reply to you for further discussion. Enjoy this video. Don't forget to subscribe and leave me a like on this video. Peace out. I'm out.